Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I wanted to talk about the new weapon that you can unlock in Call of Duty World War II because of the level cap being raised during weekend 2 of the beta, and that is the M1A1 CARBINE, which was a very fun gun to use in World at War, probably one of the better guns in the game. And I was noticing a lot of people uploading videos yesterday because I didn't unlock the gun until today. But I was also seeing a bunch of people uploading videos talking about this gun. A lot of people were saying it's trash. T Martin, Hollowpoint, Allier, they were all talking bad about this gun. They said it's probably the worst gun they've used in the beta. They said it's terrible. They're just different things like this, or the worst, like out of the main guns. I mean, obviously you got some pretty shit guns like the Bren and the Carbine sniper rifle, but overall they've been saying they're disappointed with this gun because they expected better from it, and so I decided to try it for myself. In my first few games, yeah, I didn't like it all that much. I thought it was pretty pale, pretty stale. Didn't really do, good shit. It wasn't as good as the M1 Garand, wasn't as good as the STG, wasn't as good as any other gun in the game. But then I started unlocking attachments for it, like quick draw, grip, high caliber, the reflex sight, stuff like that, and then it started to actually become a good gun. And once you get used to it, it starts to feel way better. So it has a 3-shot kill, unlike the M1 Garand's 2-shot kill, and people are saying it needs to be buffed and it needs to become a 2-shot kill, but that would just make it overpowered because this gun has more fire rate. It has a higher fire rate. It has less recoil, and than the M1 Garand. So you expect it to be the same damage as the M1 Garand. Is just foolish. You shouldn't, because that would just make it way better than the M1 Garand if it was a 2-shot kill. And using this gun, I would say I don't know if I like it better than the M1 Garand, but I do like the fact that there's absolutely zero recoil, because M1 Garand's got a little bit of recoil on it, and this gun is the complete polar opposite, where it will take one more shot to kill, but it's got no fucking recoil, so you can shoot as fast as well, not as fast as you can. It does have a fire rate cap on it, but you can shoot pretty damn fast and just lay down, down a long line of sight, and it will never have any recoil. So this gun is better for longer ranges. M1 Garand's better for closer ranges, and that's kind of what it seems like this gun is. And I think that's not really a bad thing. I think it makes this gun actually pretty good. I mean, in this gameplay at least, I was doing pretty freaking good with the the M1A1 Carbine, and got some streaks, did tons of good shit. I just suggest using the reflex sight since the iron sights are very poor, and I suggest using quick draw and maybe even high caliber if you'd like. I haven't unlocked rapid fire yet, but I guarantee rapid fire would make it even 10 times better than it already is in my opinion. But I think this gun is very, very powerful, very, very good gun, and I'm enjoying using it personally. I think something people do is they judge a gun based on how good they do. They use the gun for one game and they do bad with it, they automatically blame the gun. But in my opinion, that's not how you should play, because then you're just going to be hating every gun you use every time you do bad with it. You have to play with the gun enough. You have to give it, a chance. Give it some, tries, because like Hollowpoint, T Martin, Allier, all they were doing was playing 1 or 2 games and then judging it off of them doing bad against some pretty try-hard people. But I didn't let those games, tailor how good the gun is. I let, the games like this tailor how the gun is when I'm playing against bad people, when I'm playing against people who just aren't very good, and you can tell that, the guns doesn't really matter that much in Call of Duty, and I've kind of realized this over time, that your skill is way more important than the gun. It really is. I mean, you can't judge a gun by how good you're gonna do. That's why I never thought any Call of Duty was pay to win. I never thought that, because just because a gun has a little bit more damage or a little bit higher fire rate or a little less recoil, it's not going to be life or death compared to a one-on-one gunfight, especially in this game. It's just not, because this game has a lot of flanking in it and a lot of gunplay, and it just feels like the guns really don't matter all that much, to be completely honest, because I could do good with one gun, then I could do good with another gun, and I could do good with the worst gun, but then I could do terrible with the best gun. It's all over the place, and that happens in Call of Duty. That's very different than most games out there. Most games have clutch guns. Obviously there are guns better than other guns in the game. Obviously there's guns that stand out a little bit more so than others, and obviously there's some guns that are just so hard to use that you just feel like you can't do good with it. But that doesn't mean that it's not viable. That doesn't mean that you can't do decent with it. It doesn't mean you can't defeat somebody who's using the best gun in the game. Like if I have a Bren and I come around the corner and a guy with the PPSH, yeah, there's a good chance that dude will take me the fuck out. But depending on my gun skill, depending on his gun skill, depending on his awareness, depending on the fact if anyone's aiming down sights beforehand they come around that corner, that can completely change how the gunfight works. And that's why the M1A1 is not as bad as people say it is, because it's your gun skill doesn't matter as much. And this gun is actually very, very good compared to what people are saying. So don't listen to what people are saying about this gun, because personally you just gotta try it out, and you gotta be decent. You can't be a bad player and try to use this gun and think you can do amazing, because honestly you gotta be decent. You gotta be a decent player, and then you can actually make some good stuff with this gun. And yeah, I just suggest playing as much as you can, getting better at the game, and you'll find that even the guns that people say are not that good, you can make good of and make them eventually worth your while. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely join the beta right now. I believe there's gonna be another level cap probably tomorrow, and that'll be really, really hype, because maybe we'll get some more guns, maybe the MP40 or the, I would love to use the MP40 right now, or maybe the Tommy gun or something like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.